In my today's video, I am going to cover chapter 3A, acid, bases and salts of chemistry class 10th ICSE board. Before starting chapter, let me tell you about the scope of syllabus which you have to cover here. Here in this chapter, we will study about simple definitions, ions present, use of litmus and pH paper, examples with equations of acids, alkalis, salts, introduction to pH scale, definition of salt, types of salts, action of dilute acids on salts, decomposition of hydrogen carbonates, carbonate sulfides, sulfides by appropriate acids with heating if necessary. You'll study about methods of preparation of normal salts with relevant equations, details of apparatus or procedure not required over here, and the method of direct combination, displacement, precipitation, neutralization of an alkali, action of dilute acids and carbonates and bicarbonates. So these are the topics which we have to cover over here in this chapter. Let us start with the introduction. Acids were derived from the Latin word meaning sour. Since they are associated with sour taste of fruits, metallic oxides and hydroxides make up the group called bases. Salts result from the replacement of hydrogen ions of corresponding acid by metallic ions. Simple definition of acid, bases and alkalis can be defined as follows. An acid is a compound which when dissolved in water yields hydronium ions as the only positively charged ions. For example, HCl is a reversible reaction seen over here. It will break into H plus and Cl minus ion, and HCl when combined with H2O, it will form H3O plus ion plus Cl minus ion. So hydronium ion is a compound which can be formed with the mixture of H plus H2O, and it will form H3O plus hydronium ion. Bases is a compound which react with hydronium ions of an acid to give salt and water only. For example, copper oxide CuO plus 2HCl will give CuCl2 plus H2O. Or we can take another copper hydroxide CuOH whole twice with H2SO4 react to give CuSO4 plus 2H2O. Bases are oxides or hydroxides of a metal, including ammonium hydroxide. Example of insoluble bases are as follows: ZNO, PbO, CuO, FeOH whole twice, PbOH whole twice, CuOH whole twice. These are the examples of insoluble bases, means these are not soluble in the water. Alkali is a compound which when dissolved in water yields hydroxyl ions. See, acid when dissolved in water yields hydronium ion, but alkali are the compound which when dissolved in water yields hydroxyl ions, means OH minus ions. For example, NaOH gives a reversible reaction to form Na plus OH minus, and OH minus is a hydroxyl ion seen over here. Alkali is a base soluble in water. All alkalis are bases, but all these alkalis are not alkalis. But see, all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis. Examples of soluble bases like KOH, NaOH, which is a strong alkali, and CaOH whole twice, NH4OH. Classification of acids and bases. On basis of source of acids, it is of two types, organic acid and inorganic acid. Inorganic acid are the acids which are obtained from plants, such as citric acid, tartaric acid, acetic acid. Or inorganic acids are the acids which are derived from minerals, which are also known as mineral acids. For example, HCl, H2SO4, HNO3. On basis of molecular composition of acids, it is of two types, hydracids and oxyacids. Hydracids are HCl, HBr and HI, where there is a composition of hydrogen and a non-metallic element rather than oxygen. But in oxyacids, there is a composition of hydrogen, another element, and an oxygen also. For example, HNO3, H2SO4. On the basis of strength of acids and bases. Strength of an acid depends on the concentration of hydronium ions, whereas strength of an alkali depends on the concentration of hydroxyl ions. For example, strong acids are as below. See, HNO3 when reacts with water, it forms H3O plus ion plus NO3 minus. H2SO4 when reacts with H2H2O, it gives 2H3O plus SO4 2 minus. It means these are also known as the strong acids. In a strong alkali, NaOH dissolves in water and gives Na plus OH minus. KOH when dissolved in water gives K plus and OH minus, which are also known as strong alkalis. Now weak acids. Weak acids which dissociate in water and gives out H plus ion. See, when CH3COOH dissolves in water, it gives out CH3COO minus plus H plus. Whereas weak alkali, when dissolved in water, it gives low concentration of hydroxyl ions. Okay, so NH4OH, when dissolves in water, it breaks and gives NH4 plus OH minus ion. So these were the differences in between both strong acid and weak acid. Now, on the basis of concentration of acids and bases, where concentrated acid and concentrated alkali is there. In concentrated acid, you can see in an acid having a relatively high percentage of acid in its aqueous solution. Okay, and concentrated alkali is an alkali having a relatively high percentage of alkali. So concentrated acid is a acid which have high percentage of acid, whereas in concentrated alkali they have the high percentage of alkali. Dilute acid which have low percentage of acid is called as dilute acid. For example, 1 mole per liter, concentration less than 1 mole per liter is a low acid. Dilute alkali is an alkali having relatively low percentage of alkali. Okay, concentrated means there is an amount of acid more, and if it is called as dilute, then dilute has the concentration in low level. On the basis of basicity of acids and acidity of bases. Basicity of acids and acidity of bases. You can find the difference very much similar to them, similar in both sides. In basicity of acids, the number of hydrogen ions which can be produced per molecule of the acid in a solution, or the number of hydroxyl ions with which one molecule of an acid combines. Whereas acidity of bases, the number of hydroxyl ions which can be produced per molecule of the base in aqueous solution, or the number of hydrogen ions which a molecule of base combines. Okay. Further, you can basicity of acids can be described as monobasic acid, dibasic acid, okay, tribasic acid, and further some more acids. Very first, monobasic acid. Monobasic acids are the acids which have basicity 1. It means these ionizes in aqueous solution to produce one hydrogen ion. Okay, they ionizes in aqueous solution to produce one hydrogen ion. See example, HCl plus H2O, it will give out H3O plus Cl minus. Okay, it is a one-step aqueous solution reaction. Okay, form only one type of salt. NaOH combines with HCl, it will give NaCl plus H2O. Examples can be seen over there for monobasic acid are HCl, HNO3, CH3COOH. You can very much similarly see there is only one H. In HCl, see one H. In HNO3, only one H is there. In CH3COOH, last one H. So that H shows the weak acid. Okay, CH3COOH is a weak acid, whereas HCl and HNO3 are the strong acids. In monoacidic base, where acidity is 1, over here you can see these monoacidic base, when ionizes in aqueous solution, it produces one hydroxyl ion. See, NaOH when dissociate in water, it will give Na plus and OH minus. And OH minus is a one acidity. Okay. Come to second, dibasic acid. In dibasic acid, see there will be 2 number of hydrogen. H2SO4, see there is 2 hydrogen H2SO4. Okay. And here when you see in diacidic base, there will be CaOH whole twice. So OH are how much? 2. There are number of OH 2. So these are called as diacidic base. Now tribasic acid and triacidic base. In tribasic acid, you can see there is 3 number of H3O4 is having 3 hydrogen. How much? 3 hydrogen, and it is a 3-step solution, aqueous solution reaction. Triacidic base, there is number of hydroxyl ion how much? 3. ALOH ka whole thrice. ALOH whole thrice. That whole thrice shows number of acidity. Okay. Now tribasic acids, example H3PO4, form 3 salts. 2 acid, 1 normal. They have 3 replaceable hydrogen ions. The reactions are here given as follows. You can read them out, which is monosodium dihydrogen phosphate. Second is disodium hydrogen phosphate. Then is trisodium phosphate, which is a normal salt. Come to next, formation of hydronium and hydroxyl ions from acids and alkalis. Arrhenius theory is given over here. Arrhenius theory described acids are substances which dissociate in aqueous solution to give H plus ions. Arrhenius theory describes acids are the substances which when dissociate in aqueous solution, means when they are dissolved in aqueous solution, they dissociate to give out hydrogen ions. Similarly, Lowry-Bronsted theory. In Lowry-Bronsted theory, acids are proton donors. Bases are proton acceptors. Acids donate protons, means H plus are termed as proton donors, and bases are proton acceptors. See over here in the reaction, HCl dissociates in water to give H plus and Cl minus. Okay, so acids are called as proton donors, whereas bases are proton acceptors. NH3 when gets one hydrogen ion, NH3 when gets one hydrogen ion, it forms NH4 plus. Okay, now come to hydronium ions. Hydronium ions formation from acids in aqueous solution. The water molecule example is given over here. Water is a polar covalent molecule and it exhibits charge separation. The hydrogen atom of water carries a slight positive charge and oxygen atom a slight negative. And oxygen atom in water have two lone pair of electrons not shared with any other atom. So see, there are two hydrogen, H plus, and in between is oxygen. When they combine with, they form two lone pair of electrons. See over there, on oxygen, there are two lone pairs shown over there. Pair of two lone pairs. Lone pairs means a pair is made over there. Okay, so those two lone pairs of electrons is seen over there, and it forms in the right side H plus, and this type of bonding is seen over there. So formation of hydrogen ion from acid in aqueous solution, H2O plus HCl will give H3O plus Cl minus. So this example is seen over here. You can see water molecule plus hydrogen ion from acid will give out hydronium ion. Okay, now come to a proton. A proton means H plus ion. Released from acid adds to the lone pair of electrons of oxygen atom of a water molecule. Okay, oxygen atom in H2O has slight negative charge. The H plus ion accepts the lone pair of electrons, forming a coordinate covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. The bond formed between the atom of a polar covalent molecule with lone pair of electrons and an ion which accepts the lone pair of electrons. So this is the bonding seen over there in the top. You can see HOH combines and forms two lone pairs, and lone pairs can be seen over there, and the bonding is seen here, which is a covalent bonding, and covalent again a covalent coordinate bond. Okay, now come to hydroxyl ions. Hydroxyl ions formation from alkalis in aqueous solution. Okay, hydroxyl ions forms from the alkalis. So alkali NH3 plus H2O is reaction seen over here, which forms NH4 plus OH minus, and it is a reversible reaction, so it again will form NH4OH. So ammonia molecule combines with hydrogen ion from water will form ammonium ion, and here a proton released from the water adds to a lone pair of electrons of a nitrogen atom of ammonia molecule. Okay, and hydrogen ion accepts the lone pair of electrons, forming a coordinate covalent bond here also. Okay, now come to the preparation of acids and bases. Acids form from non-metals. Preparation of acids from non-metals, and in comparison in the right side, bases from metals. We will study acids, how are acids formed from non-metals and how are bases formed from metals. So very first reaction, hydrogen combines with chlorine. Hydrogen is a hydrogen and chlorine is a non-metal. When they both react, they will form acid. And here in the right side, when metal combine with oxygen, metal is a, see over there, two metals are given, sodium and magnesium. When they combine with oxygen, they will form base, a base Na2O. Next, acids from acidic oxides. Acidic oxide with water combines to form acid. See acidic oxide, CO2, SO2, SO3, P2O5, P2O5. These are the acids over there, acidic oxides over there, which react with water and they form acid. H2CO3, H2SO3, H2SO4, 2H3PO4. Likewise, for the bases, they are formed from basic oxides. Basic oxide, for example, K2O, Na2O, when combined with water, H2O, they form base KOH, NaOH. Next, come to acids from salt and bases from salts. Acids from salts. See, KNO3, NaCl are the normal salt. When they react with sulfuric acid, they form acid plus displaced volatile acid. They form acid salt plus displaced volatile acid. So KNO3 is a normal salt which react with sulfuric acid less than 200 degrees Celsius temperature. They form KHSO4 plus HNO3. KHSO4 is a acidic salt and HNO3 is the acid which is displaced by here. Likewise for bases from salts, salt solution combines with base gives normal salt plus precipitated basic hydroxide. So salt solution, you can see AlCl3 is a salt solution, FeSO4 is a salt solution which react with base 3NaOH or 2NaOH and will give out 3NaCl or Na2SO4 plus AlOH ka whole thrice or FeOH ka whole thrice. See the down arrow shows here that it will get in the precipitate form. Okay. Now come to acids by oxygen of non-metals. Acids by oxidation of non-metals. Bases by decomposition of salts. Non-metal examples, sulfur is oxidized by concentrated nitric acid to give an acid H2SO4. See sulfur, S plus nitric acid 6HNO3 will give out H2SO4 plus 2H2O plus 6NO2. Whereas in bases you can see lead nitrate will give out lead oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. So 2PbNO3 whole twice will give out 2PbO plus 4NO2 plus oxygen. So these are the decomposition of salts from bases. Next come to properties of acids and bases. They have physical properties, both of them. What are the physical properties of acids? They are sour in taste, okay, in aqueous solution, and physical properties of bases, they are bitter in taste in aqueous solution. Number 2, mineral acids, HCl, HNO3, H2SO4, these are the highly corrosive acids, which are an example of which are highly corrosive means are the properties of acids, and bases are caustic alkalis. These are caustic alkalis. Caustic alkalis are the properties of KOH and NaOH, which are also highly corrosive. Now indicators like when litmus paper, okay, under litmus paper when acids are poured down, then it will turn blue in color. And physical properties for bases, indicators, they turn red litmus into blue. Okay, turns blue litmus into red acid, but turns red litmus into blue bases. Chemical properties of acids are as follows, like very first neutralization reaction. In neutralization reaction, acids neutralize bases to give salt and water only. Okay, base plus acid will give salt and water. Example, CeO plus H2SO4 will give CuSO4 plus H2O. Reaction of active metals and acids. Reaction of active metals and acid. Active metals such as Zn is an active metal which reacts with 2HCl. HCl means acid. It will give out ZnCl2 plus H2. Reaction of chlorides, nitrates, bicarbonates, carbonates with acids. For example, salt plus acid will give salt 2 and acid 2. Number 1 salt and number 1 acid will react together and form the second salt and the second acid. For example, NaCl plus H2SO4, they both will combine and give out NaHSO4 plus HCl. Now chemical properties of bases. Chemical properties of bases test for hydroxide ions. Hydroxyl, or you can say hydroxide ions in solution. Alkalis react with ammonium salts. Alkalis react with ammonium salts on heating to liberate ammonia. Okay, a less volatile base 1 which displaces the more volatile base 2. For example, over here see below, ammonium salt NH4Cl will react with NaOH as a base, will give out NaCl plus NH3 H2O. Okay, NH3 H2O, which can be also written as NH4OH. Alkalis react with certain metallic salt solutions to precipitate insoluble hydroxides. Alkalis react with certain metallic salts. See in the below reaction, metallic salt CuCl2 will react with base 2NaOH will give out 2NaCl plus CuOH ka whole twice, which is a blue PPT. Blue PPT means blue precipitate. Okay. Now properties of acids and bases on the basis of neutralization. Acid and base combine to neutralize and form salt and water. The process due to which hydrogen ion of an acid react completely combine with the OH ion of a base and give out salt and water. So it is called as the reaction of neutralization. So during neutralization, what happens? Hydrogen is a proton which reacts with hydroxyl ions, from the alkali to form a water molecule. The heat is liberated over there, the heat of neutralization, which is called as the amount of heat liberated when 1 gram equivalent of an acid or a base is completely neutralized. Now, uses of acids and bases. Acids are used for eye wash, boric acid, food preservation, citric acid, ink stain remover, oxalic acid, flavoring drinks, carbonic acid, baking powder, tartaric acid, cooking, acetic acid, vinegar, pickling of metals, hydrochloric acid. So these are the uses, means wheresoever in the work acids are used is given over there, and bases also. So like manufacturing of soaps, sodium hydroxide is used. Manufacturing of bleaching powder, calcium hydroxide is used. As an antacid, magnesium hydroxide is used. In fire extinguisher, aluminum hydroxide is used. In softening water, calcium hydroxide is used. In removing grease stain from clothes, ammonium hydroxide is used. So these are the bases which are used to a particular cause. Now the reference acidity in acid rain. For reference, acidity in acid rain can be checked. Like acid rain, acid main refers to the rain. Acid main refers to the rain or any precipitation, that is snow or fog, which has acidic in nature, means pH is less than 5.6. It is generally complex mixture of sulfuric acid H2SO4 along with the sulfurous acid H2SO3 and nitric acid and HNO3 along with the nitrous acid HNO2. These are the all components of acid rain, which cause mainly atmospheric pollutants like as sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides. Okay. Now formation of acid rain, how does it form? Like when sulfur burns and is released smoke in the air, which is in the form of SO2. Same is that SO2 will react with water in the in above and form H2SO3, and that SO2 also can be oxidized as SO3. Okay, SO3 reacts with water with a vapor and it forms H2SO4. So it becomes an acid there. This is called as acid rain. There are other more similar examples you can read over there. Let us come to indicators. Next is indicators. Indicators are weak organic compounds, acids or bases, which change color in accordance with the pH of solution. Indicators dissociate slightly in solution, producing ions and undissociated molecules. The color of the ions produced is dependent on the hydrogen ion concentration or pH of the medium. Now let us come to know about the pH of a medium. Pure water, as you all know, is neutral and ionizes very slightly to yield equal number of H plus ions and OH minus ions. The concentration of H plus ions and OH minus ions are both equal to 10 to the power minus 7 mole per decimeter at 25 degrees Celsius. Thus the product of two ionic concentrations is said to be as Kw, ionic product of water, which is equal to H plus bracket OH minus ions, and is also equal to 10 to the power minus 7 into 10 to the power minus 7, which can be termed as is equal to 10 to the power minus 14. 10 to the power minus 14 means H plus is having 10 to the power minus 7 and OH minus is having 10 to the power minus 7. When both will multiply the products, that in the power it will come 10 to the power minus 14 at 25 degrees Celsius. When an acid is added to the aqueous medium, the H plus ion concentration increases to above 10 to the power minus 7. And at the same time, OH minus concentration decreases to the below 10 to the power minus 7. The pH value, it represents the strength of an acids and alkalis expressed in terms of hydrogen ion concentrations. pH is denied as the negative logarithm. You can define pH as the negative logarithm to the base 10 of the hydrogen ion concentration expressed in moles per liter, which can be written as pH is equal to minus logarithm to the base 10 H plus ion. pH of pure water is equal to 7. See, pHs are given below. pH 7 means neutral if pH is less than 7, then it is said to be acidic. If pH is more than 7, then it is said to be basic. For that, H plus ion concentrations is given in the right side. If pH is 7 neutral, then it means H plus and OH is both are equal. If pH is less than 7, it means H plus concentration is more than OH minus. If pH is more than 7, then it is said to be OH minus concentration is more than OH plus, H plus. Determination scale, in which you can find it over there. See 10 to the power minus 1 to 10 to the power minus 14. And 10 to the power minus 7 in middle is the neutral. Before 10 to the power minus 7, see, litmus solution red, it changes into, see in the right side, litmus solution blue. Methyl orange pink changes in the right side, see methyl orange yellow. Phenolphthalein colorless it changes into phenolphthalein pink in the right side. For left side, these are the indicators which are shown for acids, and in the right side, these are the indicators shown for the bases. In left for acids and in right for bases. See acidic and basic. This is the pH scale where red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet colors are given over there, which are universal indicators. Now types of indicator. Let us come to study about types of indicator. Number 1. In example, we can see litmus, methyl orange, phenolphthalein are the examples of common acid base indicators. Example in the right side for universal indicators. Universal indicators are mixtures of organic dyes or mixed indicators. Example, pH paper or solution. Utility of common acid base indicators and comparison to the utility of universal indicators. Indicators whether a solution is acidic or basic means alkaline. It cannot be utilized for determining the strength of acidic or alkaline solution. It cannot differentiate between acidic or basic solutions of different pH values since they change their colors abruptly and at certain pH value. Example, methyl orange changes color abruptly at pH 3 or 4. Whereas universal indicators, the strength of pH range of acidic or alkaline solution it indicates, and it can be utilized for determining the strength of acidic or alkaline solutions. It can differentiate between acidic or basic solutions of different pH values by giving different colors with different pH values. Examples are color changes between blue to indigo to violet. Okay. Now let us see about litmus indicator. It is a natural coloring matter obtained from certain lichens. Lichens are the are the algal characteristics found in the water, in the sea and oceans. A litmus solution is prepared by dissolving 0.5 gram of litmus in 1 liter distilled water and then filtering it. So you all have come to know how litmus solution is prepared. When you dissolve 0.5 gram of litmus in 1 liter of distilled water, water and then filter it out. So you will get litmus solution there. Color changes by indicators. In the left side you can see common acid base indicator are given below. Litmus, methyl orange, phenolphthalein, alkaline, and in the right side is the universal indicators from 0 to 14. In the left side, when litmus paper or litmus solution is dipped, is poured in an acidic medium, then it changes its color from purple to red. And if it is dipped in alkaline medium, then it changes its color from purple to blue. Same with methyl orange, it changes in acidic medium color to pink, and in alkaline it changes color into yellow. Phenolphthalein remain colorless in acidic medium, whereas in alkaline medium it changes its color to pink. Okay, now come for the universal indicators. Universal indicators range from pH 0 to 14, red to violet. If pH is below 7, then it is said to be acidic medium. If it is above 7, then it is said to be alkaline medium. And strongly acidic is 1 and strongly alkaline is pH having 14. Utility of indicators. The indicators for pH values. pH values can be identified for agricultural, dairies, technologies, medicines also. In agricultural fields, for getting better growth of crops, we use pH meter to calculate out citrus fruits which require slightly alkaline soil. Rice needs acidic medium, sugarcane needs neutral medium. Same in the dairies, pH of milk, if it is above 6.6, then it is said to be milk has turned sour. In technology, biochemical and organic reactions are carried out under controlled pH. Technology in biochemical and organic reactions where pH is controlled out. Okay, if it is turned acidic, then for particular diseases that particular tablet can be used. In medicine sector, you can carry out the samples of urine, blood, as well as for diagnosis purposes, pH has been used there. Now some other substances, some common substances which consist of different pH values are being given before us. There are two types, acidic solution and alkaline solution. In acidic solution, you can see over there dilute hydrochloric acid, which is having 1 pH, dilute sulfuric acid having 1 pH, 1.2, acetic acid vinegar is having 2.9, lactic acid has 6.6. Same in alkaline solutions, human blood has pH of 7.3, albumin egg has 7.9, seawater has 8.5, ammonium hydroxide has 11.1 pH and sodium hydroxide has 13.0 pH. Now next is salts. Salts, here we will study about the classification, solubility of the salt. Very first is basic salt. It is formed by the partial replacement of hydroxyl radicals of a diacidic or a triacidic base with an acid radical. It contains a cation, a hydroxyl ion and an anion. In example, copper, basic copper nitrate, you can see copper is a cation, OH is a hydroxyl ion and NO3 is a anion given over there. For reference, you can study double salt. It contains mixture of two simple salts. Mixed salt, it contains two or more basic radicals or acidic radicals. Example, you can see over there for double salt example, alum, potash alum, in which K2SO4.Al2SO4 whole thrice .24H2O, which contains of two simple salts. Ferrous ammonium sulfate, which is also known as Morse salt, can be seen over there. See NH4 whole twice SO4.FeSO4.6H2O. It is a mixture of two simple salts. And is mixed salts. In mixed salt, you can see it contains two or more basic radicals or acidic radicals. Example, sodium potassium carbonate NaKCO3, in which Na plus and K plus are the two basic positive radicals. In bleaching powder, CaOCl2, in which CaOCl and Cl, C is given over there. OCl is a negative radical and Cl minus is also a negative radical. So there are two negative radicals. Now come to complex salt. In complex salt, there is a mixture of, it contains simple ion, a complex ion, okay, formed by the dissociation. Examples, potassium mercuric iodide, K2HgI4. K plus is a simple metal ion, HgI4 is a complex ion. Okay, potassium mercuric iodide is also called as a Nessel's reagent, which is used for testing of ammonia gas. Sodium silver cyanide, NaAgCN2, sodium silver cyanide. It is also having Na plus as a simple ion there and AgCN2 minus is a complex ion seen over there. And it is used in an electrolyte, in an electroplating of silver. Sodium zincate Na2ZnO2, in which Na plus simple ion is given over there and ZnO2 minus is a complex ion, where again it is also sodium. It is also called as a sodium zincate, which is formed when zinc reacts with alkali NaOH. Tetramine copper 2 sulfate CuNH3 whole 4, okay, SO4. Next is solubility of metallic salts. There are some soluble salts and are insoluble salts also. Means the salts which are soluble in water and which are not soluble in water. If we separate out sodium, potassium, ammonium, then they are separately soluble in water in the forms of nitrates, nitrites, bicarbonates, sulfates and chlorides, but are not insoluble when in cold water they are poured, such as KHCO3, NaCO3, sparingly soluble, PbSO4, AgSO4, CaSO4, BSO4, they are not soluble, PbCl2, AgCl2, AgCl, HgCl and PbCl2. PbCl2 is soluble in hot water, not in cold water. And all carbonates, sulfides, oxides, these are not soluble in water. Now next is methods of preparation of salt. Preparation of salt is done by 6 methods. You can see over there. One is direct combination, where one metal will directly combine with a non-metal and form salt. And displacement, active metal with acid will form salt and hydrogen. In precipitation method, soluble salt solution will combine with soluble salt solution and form precipitated salt plus soluble salt. In neutralization reaction, insoluble base will react with acid will form salt and water. In neutralization reaction, soluble base will react with acid and form salt plus water. Action of dilute acid on carbonates, bicarbonates in which carbonate or bicarbonate will react with acid and form salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Now very first we will start with direct combination, in which metallic element will react with non-metallic element and form a soluble or insoluble salt. So here iron 2Fe plus 3Cl2 will form 2FeCl3, and there are various other examples. Second is displacement reaction, in which active metals are aluminium, magnesium, zinc and iron, okay, which react with acid H2SO4 will form soluble salt, FeSO4 and hydrogen. Other rest examples you can study. Number 3, precipitation. Precipitation reaction, it is also called as double decomposition reaction, where all insoluble salts are present, means those salts which are not soluble in water. So very first soluble solution, PbNO3 whole twice will react with another soluble salt solution. 2NaCl will give out soluble salt to NaNO3 and then precipitated insoluble salt, which is PbCl2. Next before us are the properties of salt. Properties of salt, in which very first is action of dilute acids. Dilute acids combine with sodium bicarbonate, calcium bicarbonate, we can say hydrogen carbonates or carbonates, sulfides or sulfides, and it will give out salt and H2O plus CO2. With reference in hydrolysis of salts, you can break down a salt and you will obtain base and acid. Acid and base you can obtain over there. Whenever a weak alkali is treated with a strong acid, you will obtain base. You can obtain salt plus water over there. Okay, base NH4OH, acid HCl will combine to form NH4Cl and water. So there are different other examples you can study. Hydrolysis of salt CNH4Cl plus H2O. Hydrolysis is done to form acidic salt over there. Okay, NH4OH plus HCl, in which NH4OH is a weak alkali, HCl is a strong acid. They combine to give an acidic solution. If you take a strong alkali and weak acid, you will get alkaline salt over there. Okay. For your reference, general properties of salts, you can revise it out. You can do a recap of your 9th class, where you have studied about water crystallization, deliquescence, efflorescence. So these are the topics which are of your 9th class, and they will be helpful for studying over here. Now chapter is finished. In front of you is a equation worksheet, in which different equations are seen over there, which you have to complete and balance the equations. For acids, their classifications; for bases, their classifications; for salts and its classification. There are different number of reactions for your revision point of view. From here, there are different questions also, which you have to complete. Do it by yourself. Take the help of the teacher, finish it out, so that your chapter, no point of view remains undoubtful. Questions of previous years, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, there are different number of questions seen over there. Additional questions are also given for your brain boosting and for your future exams of your boards. I hope this chapter has been a wonderful, as you all have studied in detail, and hope you all will perform well in your exams and complete the questions. Thank you for watching my video. For further updates, press subscribe button to subscribe my channel and press bell icon for future notifications. Thank you all.